What's up guys, welcome to Man About Cake. I'm your host Joshua John Russell, and this week, this man is about watercolor buttercream. Seriously, I see these cakes on Instagram every day. Now, it looks a little bit complicated, but with my easy color dragging technique, you can do it in no time. Let's go. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take the domes off my cakes and cut them in half. This is an 8-inch cake, and it's my vanilla cake batter. So now that the cakes are level and cut in half, I'm gonna fill them with my chocolate buttercream. If you want any of our recipes, you can click the I in the top of this video, or you can get it in the description box below. Now I'm gonna chill it for a few minutes, so then we can put the crumb coat on. Ice, ice, baby. Boom, 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 ba-da-doo-doo. All right, so now that the cake is cool, it's ready for its crumb coat. But I'm gonna trim it just a little bit so I have more of a space between the edge of my cake and the board where I put all of my colors. So I'm just trying to make it nice and even all around, but also give myself a little bit more of a gap between the cake and the board. That looks about good. Now we're ready for our crumb coat. After I clean up all my crumbs. So I'm actually using a white buttercream because we're gonna add colors later and I want them to show up. So it's just a very, very thin layer. Then the final coat will actually be the watercolor dragging technique. Whoosh. That was a cake slayer move. Could be a superhero, right? Cake slayer, dragging watercolor buttercream across the sky. Dude, that would be the best cartoon. It's like my little boy dream. And now into the icebox. So when making buttercream colors, you can take white buttercream and just add gel color. But if you want to make a really dark color, you have to add a lot of gel, which is going to break down your buttercream. So I'm going to show you a way to use powder to get a darker color. So what I did was, we have to actually hydrate the powder, because if you just add it into the buttercream, you're going to get speckles. So I melted down a little bit of the buttercream, so I have like a wet sort of paste here. I'm going to add the colors into that to hydrate them before we add them into the buttercream. So I'm going to use a little bit of this purple, and do a little bit of red, and then I've got some that's a little bit more brown. So this is kind of make an oily paste. All right, so I got a paste that I'm happy with. Now we're gonna add it into the actual white buttercream. All right, so this looks pretty good to me. So I'm gonna bag it, I'm gonna tag it, make the rest of my colors, we'll do the final coat. So the first thing I'm gonna do is actually ice my top with white buttercream. I'm gonna make it go all the way out to the edge. And then the rest of the colors we're going to pipe on. So I'm gonna start with this sort of wine color that I made as our bottom here. I wanna make sure you get the buttercream all the way out to the edge of the board. So I'm just adding messy lines of color. There's really no rhyme or reason to this. It's just to get the color on the cake, and then the magic will happen when we drag it. Last color, and the rest will be white. Bags are really burpy. Burpy bags.
Sound of delicious.
I don't think a burpy bag is the sound of delicious. Just gonna throw that out there. Let me choose those things, okay? I'm the professional. All right, now that she looks totally crazy, let's fill in the rest with white buttercream. All right, now for the moment of truth. The color dragging. You guys ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
What if it doesn't work? It'll totally work. I'm the slayer. All right, here we go. So you're just going to turn the turntable and leave this stagnant and smear it across. So I'm actually gonna wipe some of this buttercream off. That looks really cool, actually. I could throw that on top of a cupcake. You got a cupcake? Got a couple little holes I'm just gonna patch up. Boom. What do you think? So I'm just gonna clean it up. I have nowhere to wipe. I didn't think this through. Bowl. Thank you. So now the tiers are cold, we're gonna stack them using bubble tea straws. I'm gonna use 6 straws to help support the weight of the top tier to the bottom tier. Boom. We're going to add our top tier. She's juicy. So now that the tiers are stacked, I'm gonna add a little bit of gold leaf for some drama. I love gold leaf. I can't help it. You do wanna make sure that you get edible gold leaf. That's important because it's real gold. If you get the stuff from the craft store, that's probably aluminum that's sort of like painted gold. If it's cheap, it's probably not real gold. Just make sure it's edible. Comes in little sheets, they will fly away on you, so use a paintbrush. dab little bits. It's gonna stick to anything it comes in contact with. Don't wanna mess up our buttercream, but we want a little bit of bling. So it stuck to my fingers. So fingers it is. All right, we got some bling. Now we need some ice. I'm gonna pipe a border around the bottom and a border on the top, and then we're gonna finish it with a couple fresh flowers. ColourPop upstairs, ColourPop downstairs. Boom, watercolor cake complete. Thank you guys for joining me on another episode of Man About Cake. Don't forget to leave your comments below, like the video, and please subscribe, because I'm gonna bring you a new cake every week. Let's eat. Chocolate and vanilla, best of both worlds.
Can we get some? Please? Please?